Good morning, investors. Johnny here with the Investing for Beginners community. And today we have another great live stream for you. It's Monday morning, April 8th, 2024. I am getting on here just a little bit late, but that's okay because I am here now. So let us go ahead and get into what we are doing today, our thought process, and you get a look at my positions and everything I have going on today. So I am in 3 different trades. I'm going to start sharing my screen with you guys and making sure we got audio, making sure everything looks good, share a couple links around, and we're going to go from there. tqq's got a small rise up. Today I have a few positions open. And just give me a second to spread around my links. We do have a group of over 70,000 members. I want to make sure that they all have the opportunity to be able to watch us trade live today. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. And if you are just tuning in, definitely check out that Sunday night stock talk where we go over potential stocks for the week, what we're looking at, and how our week went the following week. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, definitely subscribe to the channel and let us get started. So right now, tqqq isn't looking so good. It was getting pretty hot there at the minute, about 59.30, and now it's starting to make a nice pullback down. As you can see, I already am in a trade. I got in just before we went live, and thinking I saw a nice bounce here and bought in here. And bear with us when I get my trading setup all set back up, because I'm so used to trading with my laptop now that I'm not used to trading with my computer anymore. I've been on the road, as all of you know that follow the channel, been traveling in and out of hotel rooms, etc. So yeah, I seen this going up right here. It passed this SMA line, so I thought I'd buy. Should have sold right there at the open for about a 6% profit. Did not, so now we are looking at a new bounce back. We can get up to these previous highs. That's a 10% profit, which would be fantastic. So we're just waiting for that to start to increase its descent. It's ascent, right? So right now we have 3 positions open. We have Coney, which was only 10 shares, roughly $289. We are down because this was a swing trade that we did to capture a dividend. I talk all about it in one of my videos, how you can also do dividend capturing. And tqqq, we are up on that slightly, about $2 on a $600 investment. Again, I should have got in a little bit lower down in here to be able to get around a 2% profit on $600 is about 2% profit on 600 is like $12. Dang, that's not very much. Because 10% on 600 would be 60. So yeah, so this is making its way up. We are up about $3, not too bad. If we can get up to these highs, we will sell at those higher levels. Ocgn, waiting for it to pop back up. Now remember, when investing, that SMA line or your MA line acts as a support when it's above. It broke that support, and now it's going to act as a resistance. So if it can't get past this area here, then it'll come back down. If it can, then it'll shoot back up. And that's kind of what we are dealing with right now. Now, ocgn obviously is way overbought on the 4-hour scale. So looking at this, you can easily see it going up, it coming back down, and then it will shoot back up. Now, I may have overextended myself and bought at a too high of a level, which is possible. This company does have good earnings. Let's look at that now. Buzz, ocgn rises on FDA nod to eye disorder gene therapy trial. They did hit that $2 mark, and guys, we have been watching this company for quite some time. Last week they had some good approvals. They had a 6% pre-market increase. They initiated 3 clinical trials. A couple days ago, oxygen was climbed up 20%. And there's also some other news from last week showcasing that they got a $1 billion injection from some Saudi Arabian people. I can't remember exactly who it was. There's so much news on this right now. So yeah, so this could potentially come back down to some of those previous levels of a 35% decrease. As you can see, it did have some strong support recently here. It has been shooting up though for some time. And then Coney, we're going to look at Coney. Now Coney has been making its way up. As you can see, ever since the February is when we probably should have got in a little bit better. We didn't. That was a 65% return in just a matter of a month. Now it looks like it's wanting to bounce off of this EMA line, way above the SMA line, still showing strong indications that there's upward momentum. It did pay a dividend recently of $2.79 per share on ex-dividend date 4/4, which they should be paying out today on 4/8. Now, I believe that will get paid out at the end of the market. So it's going to start recovering here and hopefully see some newer highs back up to previous areas. As you can see here, I bought 10 shares at $28.95 on 4/3 after hours. 4/3 would have been right here, and as you can see, it never even got close to that high. So I don't know exactly why this happened. I may go back and watch the video and see exactly what happened, because I did buy this during a live stream and I feel like I got gypped out on a good dollar and some change. I don't believe it was a market order, and I don't know what they're doing, but I know I bought it for that amount. But here it doesn't reflect that I ever even got that high up, which is just odd to me. Good morning. A better view window cleaning service. Good morning. Welcome to the live stream. If you guys have any companies that you want me to look at, just call them out in the comments below and we can do that. So tqqq right now looking like it wants to bounce off of some recent support levels. If it does, you can easily see it go up about, I think, a quarter point or so. Oh no, almost 2%. If this goes up 2%, then that means tqqq can go up 2% as well. Easily up 5% because it is a triple leverage, so that's more like 6% increase here if it does go up. Doesn't mean it has to. Starting to show signs that obviously it's going in an upward momentum direction. Buying down here would have been a lot better. We'd already be up 1% instead of a half a point. So we'd be up $6 instead of 3. Ocgn looks like it wants to make its way up again off of the support level. Should have bought down here at the support level to make that easy 9%, which would be about $90 on a $1,000 investment. Unfortunately, I only put about $118 in, and that reflects here at 60 shares. So now we just want to get back to some previous highs. If we can, that'd be great. But again, this may be overbought already. Showing here, it wants to do a some reversal, some signs of confirmation here, and On the 1 hour though, it is just going back down. Now it can go back down to that SMA level. You can go back down to this 150 support level. It can also go down to 134 support level. So be aware of that. As you can see here, this showed strong signs of resistance and rejection at that $2.06 level, and it did nothing but pull back the last few days. I'd say about a week's time, 8 days, it pulled back about 34%. Now it's showing signs of consolidation right here at that 134 level, and then started showing signs of a great confirmation starting out here with a nice can't wait to get back on my desktop version because this website version sucks. It did have a nice 15% run in a single day. Holding overnight would be 21%. Holding over 2-day period is 40%. And holding over a 5-day period would have been a 50% profit in your favor in just a matter of 5 days. Now that was risky. We did not hold it overnight at that 50% profit level. Now, as you can see, we did sell some here, we did buy and sell some here, and we did buy and sell some here. So we did make some money along the way for a 50%, about a 30% profit. Now it was a lot of work considering all we had to do was hold and make 50% on $1,000 investment would have been $500. Now it's starting to show signs of selling off, moving in a downward direction, and this looks like it's setting up for a good opportunity to buy again, possibly down in that $140, $150 level. So I can always technically average down if I wanted to and get in on a lower level, or just sell and try again in another time. I am down about $4, made up for it on tqqq, and of course Coney I'm down 30. With that said, I'm not really looking to really want to sell this company right now, as the fact that this has some good news and it can see some really good highs. I wanted to show you some other news, but it doesn't look like it's gonna show anything here. Basically, they are a company that deals with eyes, ocgn, ocular, makes sense. Let's go to the tqqs. As you can see, they are making their rise back up. If we look at the 4-hour chart, they did have previous highs of 63.95. So if I wanted to maybe extend this up higher, I could hold it overnight. That would be probably more beneficial doing it that way. Whoops. Let's see. Let's go 1 hour. Had that previous support level at around that $57 level, now showing heavy resistance levels around that $62 level. So buying low here and selling high there would have been a 10% profit. Now, as you can see, I bought around that 59.58 level. So if you go off of this and go up, that's about a 5 to 6% profit if it makes its way up to that. Now, 5% on $1,000 investment would be about $50. I'm in $600, so that'd be about $30. It does want to bounce off this SMA, it seems like. It did get down to a pretty significant level, some previous levels where it was before on the support, and now it's wanting to make its way back up, which it is, bouncing off this SMA level now. So it may take some time for this company to get exactly where we want it to go. But tqqq is also a company I don't mind holding for a little while. Yes, I have more money, but in a way there is less risk. I'm up $3 or $4, which isn't much, and I have a limit sell here at that previous resistance level before the market opened to potentially lock in about almost 2%, 1.5%. which would be great because $3, it'd be $369, it'd be about $9 on a $600 trade. Nothing to write home about, obviously. And I believe we are going to get out of ocgn, so we don't lose all of our money. It's now showing signs of downward trend. Every time I do this, though, I end up either I usually end up selling it, and then it makes its way back up, and I lose money instead of make money. But at the same time, this looks like it's just basically selling off to want to come back to these previous levels. "13 minutes ago, icon search strings for individual stock moves. Anything going on here?" Hope you guys are all having a good day. Right here, ocgn rises 9.8% pre-market, rises on FDA to eye disorder gene therapy trial. Okay. So there's potential. It doesn't mean it has to go all the way back down, but it definitely can. Been seeing how if I would have sold, I would have been down $7 instead of $6. So it may show signs of some new support levels here at that 185, which would be great. Let's look at the 1 hour. Yep. Old resistance levels can tend to create new support levels. So seeing how there was that area here around 187 previously could be a good indication that that's a nice support to bounce off of. It doesn't have to, but with the new trials and new everything going on, it's still showing some signs of, it was showing signs of upward momentum. Now, as you can see, it has a huge sell-off on the RSI, becoming somewhat fair value almost. Fair value would be around the $50 mark, and then you'll start seeing more buyers coming in, which hopefully will happen, and we could even get out and break even. These are my positions. Yeah, I have to fix my desktop version because it is like weirdly big. And I'm missing some stuff that I don't have. So we're gonna get that fixed. This is my $1,000 account challenge here that we're doing for everyone, because it is hard to showcase strategies to the majority of people who trade with $1,000 or less when you have a bigger or larger account. So I brought this account specifically down. I usually trade on a margin account, but I was able to open up an individual cash account and put $1,000 in it to showcase my strategies and how we're able to make some money with $1,000, limiting day trades, limiting money, and all that factors. I'm going to rearrange this today and get it into a better position than what it looks like. I like the desktop version the best, but I've been using the desktop version on my laptop So when you go on to this, it went from like a little screen on my laptop to a bigger screen. So it's even more chaotic and messed up than what we're looking at here. So I'd like to be able to fix that today. tqqq is making its way up, starting to pass that SMA line, which is just fantastic. That's exactly what we want to see. And there it goes back down. And that may do that for a little while. It may not even get back up to those previous levels of 60-50, which is okay. The SMA right now is acting as a support. We're actually going to look at that SMA level here. Now, what is the SMA? Or MA, I keep calling it the SMA because it's a simple moving average, but on here it's just called the moving average. But the moving average smooth price data to form trend following indicators. They do not predict price direction, but rather define the current direction with a lag. Moving averages lag because they are based on past prices. Despite this lag, moving averages help smooth price action and filter out the noise. They also form the building blocks for many other technical indicators and overlays, such as the Bollinger Bands, that MACD, and the McClellan oscillator. Now, the two most popular types of moving averages are the simple moving average, SMA, and the exponential moving average, EMA. These moving averages can be used to identify the direction of the trend or define potential support and resistance levels. That's exactly what we use it for. The simple moving average is formed by computing the average price of a security over a specific number of periods. Most moving averages are based on a closing price. A 5-day simple moving average is the 5-day sum of closing prices divided by 5. As its name implies, a moving average is an average that moves. So with that said, we have a 200-day moving average. You can have less, say we wanted to put in 100. We could put in 100 and that will move that moving average a little bit more. You could put 50, which I don't necessarily like because it goes along with my EMA pretty much. I do like to take a 200-day total overall, and that's where we get a little bit more direction. Now I could probably go 180 and define that a little bit more, or even 150 and define that a little bit more as well. You see a little bit more of a clear direction, a little bit of a dip here. But I do like to use the 200 moving average on there. And that is a good, that is a white line indicator. I believe on the computer we used yellow. I believe we used yellow, but we're going to keep it white. EMA is the same exact thing. It is the exponential moving average, and basically the same exact thing, but it's calculated in less days. This says first, calculate the simple moving average for the initial EMA value. An exponential moving average has to start somewhere, so a simple moving average is used as a previous period, EMA, in the first calculation. Second, they calculate the weighting multiplier. And third, they calculate the exponential moving average for each day between the initial EMA value and today using the price, the multiplier, and the previous period's EMA value. The formula below is for a 10-day EMA. So then we can go here, we could change it to 10 days if we want, and you would see a significant difference. See how it almost tracks along with this here? I don't mind using the 45-day. It actually smooths it out a little bit better. Now ocgn is actually moving up. Again, if we would have sold down here, we'd be down about $7. We waited. Now we're only down about $5. This could technically pull back up and still has about a 10% increase. Doesn't mean it has to. As you can see, a lot of the volume here was people selling because they were probably more than likely holding overnight. which makes sense. It's already had a really nice run. Holding this day here, you would have been up 23%, pulled it back a little bit, lost about 10%, and then you could have waited, sold this morning for a 30% gain. 30% gain on your money overnight. That's $300 on a $1,000 investment. Now we can still see clear indication that it may be able to go back up to that 210 level and give you about a 13% profit, which is about 130 bucks on a $1,000 investment. So that would be a good thing. We are waiting for some more confirmation here before we add more shares. Coney, what's Coney doing? Coney is coming down, maybe act as a support here at that SMA level. We will see what happens. Reddit finally has a MA. Holy smoky. Let's look. Oh, let's look at the 1 hour. There isn't one on the 1 hour. Let's look at the 10-minute. Okay, look, check this out, guys. So Reddit is new IPO, and it just came out on 3/21, and now a couple days later it's starting to show a MA line. There wasn't an MA line here yesterday or the day before, but now it's starting to get some averages from previous days and starting to show at MA line. Now obviously there's an EMA line, and if you go at the 4 hour, there is that still there? No. On the 4 hour, there still is no SMA line or MA line because technically it hasn't been 200 days. This company's only been around for a grand total of 18 days is how long this company's been around. We did trade this company live, so definitely check that out, where we were able to make over 40% profit in a single day when it IPO'd. And then we were able to make some more money when it came down to these previous support levels at 45 and made its way up to overnight 51%, which you could have sold at $68. 51% with a $1,000 investment would be 500 bucks. Now that EMA is acting as a resistance level, it's starting to get into areas where it's oversold again, and you can potentially see a rise possibly up to these levels here of 50% profit. I'm going to bring this down because that's where the previous support levels were. As you can see, that little tiny candle and this one are actually right around next to each other. So I'm going to put it there at that $68 mark. Just because it shoots up to these higher levels doesn't mean that's where the market ended or that's where the ticker ended. It actually ended right here. So it went all the way down, it went all the way up, but it really liked this area the most, and that's where we put our resistance levels. A lot of new investors will put their resistance levels up here, and it'll never get back to that point. These are more clear indication or more clear resistance levels. All right. Where are we at right now? We're still up about $3 and we're down about $4 on ocgn, so that is okay. Ocgn is one of those companies that we are going to consider holding a little longer. Comes down to that 137 range, then we could load up by 2, 3, 4, 500 shares worth and really go up. Now if it does just bounce off of here overnight, then we can make definitely some potential profits at that 198 level to even previous resistance of about that 2, maybe 3%. So I guess not that much actually, now that I think about it. We'd be looking at 198 to 210, about a 6% profit. Also have a limit order to sell if it gets up to this area here, which would be 2061 for a quick 4% profit. All right, I trade every single morning. Tomorrow will be a lot better. I'll be on just a little bit earlier, and we will trade live for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. You could ask me questions and get involved in the live chat if you want to. And yeah, so thank you guys for joining. I appreciate your time. If you haven't checked out our Facebook group of over 70,000 members, I strongly suggest that you do that. I'll show you real quick here. Come on. For some reason the computer's being really slow today. So slow. So cotton picking slow. All right. Right here, as you can see, Investing for Beginners, over 70,000 members. This is a group that I created and started a few years ago. There's not just me posting when I go live, but there's also other people, top contributors. And this month we have over 300 new members. We have people talking about different things, not just day trading. We have options trading. We have long-term investing. We have dividend capturing strategies, as well as how you can build your wealth over time. Definitely check it out. We have a ton of resources as well posted up here above. We have our YouTube channel, obviously. We have a Discord server where you can do the majority of our call outs for day trades. And we also have real life results, showcasing real life results from not just me, but other members. You can also see our YouTube channel, over almost 5.2 thousand subscribers, over 550 videos, and as you can see, we have a lifetime view of over 300,000 views, tons of videos that you guys can watch. We have Sunday stock talks, how to grow your account faster than the average trader, as well as how to invest for beginners, how to day trade and swing trade, how to invest in crypto, how to invest in REITs or real estate investment trusts. Cool thing about REITs is they have to pay out 90% of their income to shareholders like you and me in the form of dividends. Sometimes they're even monthly paying companies like these, the 4 best monthly paying companies to own. And popular videos, other videos, and there's that Coney video I was telling you about that you should check out, talking about the ex-dividend date, as well as a lot of shorts that will make sense to you, really short and straight to the point, about talking about MACD indicators, how to buy when oversold, and how to lock in profits. We also go over new IPOs such as Reddit here, how we were up 58% in one day trading Reddit, sold and locked in profits before it went down to prevent the risk of bag holding and losing out a ton of money. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys found value in it. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you all in the next live stream tomorrow. I also may have an educational video drop this afternoon, so definitely check it out and subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks, guys, and have a great day. And let's end the year on a green.